Okay, so my friend wanted me to detail some aspects of what was going on with my fish setup, so I was going to do that. What's going on here is that I just have addities on the supply for the cold and the hot there, and then I have a cheap, like $13 online cheapest faucet I could find. I would use something slightly different in the future to make it easier, but where the sink part that would come up used to be, I just cut that pipe off. So now I have a piece of braided hose, and this braided hose is the braided reinforced kind because this is holding the full pressure of the water of my house. Like these valves are open right now, and I'm not going to move them because they're set correctly. But basically, I have the hot and the cold there. They just have regular supply lines to them on a little bracket that I made for this. And the deal is that the cold is all the way open and the hot is open just enough that the water coming out of this is right around 75 degrees. It starts out a little colder, about 65, because it takes a little while for the water to get through. But as soon as it gets the warmed water, it goes to 75, and that's pretty quickly. So, that's what you want. This is how you make it easy to have the right temperature. Like I don't change this. I don't ever mess with it. It was set one time, and that's what you got. So, all right. We have 4 neon tetras, green neons in this case, because if you can see her under there, Lady Silence. I bought 5, but Lady Silence makes a point of eating one of whatever I put in there right away just to show him who's boss. That was the same thing that happened to these 2 Ember Flame tetras, along with that betta there that I had, because Crozier, that guy, Crozier, did not eat one of these, but Lady Silence actually ate one of those 3 that I bought, and then I put them in there to make room for the neons, and she immediately ate one of the 5 neons I had bought. So they always eat one just to show them who's boss. All right, so so you can get a little shot. We'll just do an all the way through shot where you can see all the gazillions and gazillions of little fish in there in my feeder tank. But anyway, okay, so this is where I keep the fish food. One of the few that I just keep in the container is I always keep like Tetra Flake. This is the basic fish food of the world, and it is because it's great fish food. For small fish, this will keep them alive. A lot of people feed their fish only this one thing, and if you do that, you're going to have sad, small, unhappy fish. But anyway, let's look at the rest. Just to give you an idea, this is all my fish food. So I've got lots of stuff in here. I buy the river shrimp when it's on sale because it goes on sale on Amazon for essentially half price. This is the Seachem Prime that I told you to get. That's definitely what you should have there. That's just various nutrients and stuff. So we got Wardley pond pellets. This is junk. This is junk fish food. I bought it at Walmart just to throw stuff in the pond. It is the lowest common denominator of food. It is like if I put you into a jail cell and made you live on like saltine crackers. Like that's what that is. But fish will eat it. I do like, this is one of my newest foods. This is the Tetras Cichlid. It's like try to open it right here. It's like that fried chow mein stuff that they used to put in salad bars and so forth, but you know, you can see what kind of size it is. For smaller fish, I just break the sticks in half and throw them in there, but they like that. And I'm always trying to get stuff that has interesting shapes and interesting flavors, and I try to get as many different things as possible. So I got some little tiny fish food. This Bug Bites shrimp formula is like really small pieces. In case you have some really small fish, the Cichlid Gold. This is my like staple big cichlid fish food. This is the large. These pellets are like almost as big as dog food. I'll show you some in just a minute. I use the sinking carnivore pellets. I use the Cichlid Gold Mini. This is the same stuff. It's just tiny little pieces of it rather than very large pieces of it. I've got fish food for absolute baby fish. This is like powder. It's just like meal. It's not even granules. It's just powder in there. I got the Vibra Bites. Little fish love the Vibra Bites because they're kind of like worm shaped or whatever. The little fish like them okay, but the big fish just totally ignore them because they're insubstantial. Algae wafers, just get a good quality algae wafer like this. Everything will eat that. I liked these fusion flakes, these brine shrimp flakes that were like smashed up brine shrimp. But I actually bought this like on like closeout clearance, and I think this fish food company went out of business. I'm not 100% sure that this Alive fish food company still exists, but they loved those brine shrimp flakes. I'm sorry I can't get that anymore. Oh, okay, Tetracolor. This stuff right here is just like red grit. It's not even like little pellets. It's like little pieces of grit. But everybody loves that. Everybody loves that. So those are basically all of the fish foods. You'll notice I have like a bunch of different types of fish food, and because even if you don't know you're feeding them the right thing, you know you're doing better if you're doing better if you're feeding them a variety of things. That way they get a choice. Okay, so those are those Pleco wafers. These are these tropical granules, the red grit that everybody loves. This is the carnivore wafers, the sinking carnivore food that everybody likes that too. This is that Wardley's bland beige pond pellet stuff. This is the least liked food out of all of the things in here, and when I get rid of this stuff, I will never buy it again. That's Vibrobites, the little worms. That's the Cichlid Mini. That's the Cichlid Huge. So that's it. There's the little pellets of it and big pellets of it, and it comes in medium-sized pellets of it, which is actually what I meant to buy when I bought that. And actually, here is my thing of Cichlid Bio Gold. I had to get the Bio Gold, or the whatever. There's something special about this one, or whatever. But this is like a medium pellet, so it would be in between those two sizes, which is actually what I meant to buy here. But I'll tell you what. Nobody really has any trouble eating it. We should get some surface action there in a minute. Should get some pretty good strikes. This is why I like having the top of my tanks open, so I can like interact with the fish and like play around with them. Anyway, okay, so this was about fish food though. So I'll give things like the Vibrobites to the betta and the little fish in there, and I'll give them some of these little granules, which the fish love those granules. See, the betta's all over it. The betta's like, but the thing here is that big crayfish will be out here in a minute. Ooh, there's a little crayfish. That's a sub crayfish. But there's a big crayfish about to come around the corner and wreck shop, because that's what it does. But the little ones get their little bite. The reason I don't put the flake food in here, I've done it before, but as you grab it out and pinch it up, it just powders it into powder in the bottom, so it's not really any good. So I usually just get the flake food out other ways. Okay, so, but when I come over here to, this up here, when I come over here to my deal with my new blue Acaras, that's the bigger one. There's a smaller blue Acara in there as well. There's my Pleco. Just to give you an idea how big he is, I'll pull back on my hand. He's, fully hand-sized Pleco. He's like, I'm out. That's my brave, been here for a while Acara. Then I have like a timid other Acara in there somewhere. And and weirdly, the blue, big blue, the biggest fish in there is pretty camera shy himself, but there he is. There's Big Blue. Hard to see really. Anyway, there we go. Both of the Acaras are right there together. Look at that. Chilly chill. That's all right. And then a turtle trying to eat my fingers off as I rest them against the tank to try to take these pictures. Anyway, this is about feeding. Okay, so I've got like that going on. All right, so let's put some food in there. I like to put the shrimp. Sometimes I break them up a little bit, although the turtles are getting big enough that they don't really need that. I like, I can just give them a little bit of the sticks. Turtles like that. Just for fun, I can put a couple pieces of the large Bio Gold in there. And what I also like to do, especially with the turtles, is to like put the stuff up here and drop it in little puddles, because it gets kind of pre-softened. And then the ones up here that are in the dry area, they can kind of like climb up there and get that stuff. That's fun. And sometimes we put, you know, a little bit of shrimp up there or whatever. But let's, okay. So if I can get the big fish interested in eating, there we are. There we are. There's Blue. You can see the teeth on Blue. Look, let me see if I don't scare him away. Look at the teeth on the front of that fish. He's gotten big enough that I can actually see his individual teeth. That is a milestone with a fish. You can see the teeth. So we're going to do that. Big Blue really likes those pellets and will totally just eat one. The turtles will get in there too. Big Blue, we're also going to do the sinking carnivore pellets, because the sinking carnivore pellets are, I mean, they are the favorite of everything. That Akara is getting in there. That turtle is just like, and the other thing that they also like in addition to that is to just throw some red granule. I've gotten in the habit, this is like chicken scratch. You know how you can feed chickens bugs and you can feed them specialized chicken feed, but you can just give them like kind of like regular old chicken scratch kind of stuff you put out there. This is like the scratch of the situation. And you see it sinks really slowly, so it gives little fish a chance to like get as much of it as they want. And then when it eventually does settle on the bottom, you don't have to worry about it polluting anything, because that giant Pleco, wherever it is going to vacuum like a Hoover across this whole thing and make sure that there are no remaining morsels. There's never any more of this left an hour later. Here comes the Pleco. The Pleco is going to muscle in on the turtle. So let's put some more. Yeah, let's go for some more pieces there to just even more intensify the action in this little well that I've got going on here. This isn't very good. Try to shield the reflections with my body a little bit if I can. Okay, I like seeing those Akaras deal with each other. The little one, that one was like way timid for a while, but after a day or two he got over it. I was happy about that. Might even want to get some more. But yeah, here in the feeding pit, as you can see where everything's going in. Oh, now Mr. Echo the Pleco is in there. Mr. Echo, like the turtles just stomp on his face and he doesn't care. He's an armored catfish. I mean, seriously, look at him. Look at that. Look at those armored spines. He's got ragged fins where the turtles just like claw and scrape their way up. You know, he doesn't care, man. He doesn't care. He's a tough fish. It's just, look at that. He's gonna vacuum up everything there. Oh, he's gonna get that Pleco wafer and he's gonna vacuum up everything else, trust me. So let's go feed over here and see if we can get something else going on over here. See if we can get any surface feeding from these turtles. Come up here, turtle. I may have put too much food on the floor already, but we'll see. Oh, here he was. There was one. That's my red-eared slider. There's one red-eared slider, which is the biggest turtle, both in this specimen and also the type of turtle they are. These other ones are western painted turtles, and they are chowing down. Like I said, stepping on Mr. Echo's face. Mr. Echo don't care. Mr. Echo don't give... Mr. Echo, unconcerned. He's just like, look, damn it, there's a turtle in my way. Wish that turtle would go away. And then eventually the turtle does. He's like so chill about the whole thing. He's just like, whatever, man. Whatever. I love that fish. I am going to try to get them some more space. That's why I'm going to upgrade the tank size. Big Blue is down there sulking because that's what I do. I'm an emo fish. Somebody else is getting attention. I'm upset. Anyway, I love that the two blue Akaras are like, at first I thought there might be an issue between them. But then later it was just that they had to get reacquainted. They came out of the same tank. They knew each other at the pet store. I bought one of them 1 week and I bought another one a week later. And the big one does like to kind of follow the little one around. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're male and female. I don't know. I think they're both male. But anyway, I mean, if they're that way, that's cool. I don't judge. In any case, hope you enjoyed this video of some of the stuff going on with my fish tanks and feeding my fish. So thanks for watching.